The coffee cup cracked in my hand when she said it. You're too weak to succeed, Marcus. You'll be in your mom's basement by Christmas. 8 years later, she walked into my office, applying for a job at the company I built from nothing. But what I did next? Nobody saw it coming. Her name was Sarah Chin, and we were roommates fresh out of college in Seattle. Both broke. Both hungry. One difference. She had a plan. I had $847 and a dream everyone called stupid. A sustainability consulting firm? She didn't just laugh, she cackled. Marcus, you can't even pay your phone bill. Companies are going to hire you to tell them how to run their business. I squeezed my coffee cup harder. You're too nice. Too soft. You actually care about people, she said it like a disease, and that's not how winners are built. Winners step on throats. You apologize when people bump into you. Then came the kill shot. I give you 6 months before you're back in your mom's basement. Maybe less. 2 weeks later, she moved out. Got her investment banking job. $120,000 starting salary. Posted on LinkedIn, cutting dead weight from my life. Surround yourself with winners only. 3 friends sent me screenshots. I kept that cracked coffee cup. I didn't know why yet. Month 3, $127 in my bank account. Total. Not in savings. That was my savings. I was sleeping on my friend Derek's couch, eating stolen ramen from the grocery store break room where I worked part-time. My mom called every Sunday begging me to quit. Even Sarah made something of herself. That one hurt. Month 6, $0 in my account. 0.00. Derek sat me down. Bro, I love you, but my girlfriend's moving in. You need to figure this out. I had one meeting left. One final chance. A small manufacturing company in Tacoma. I'd spent 3 weeks analyzing their supply chain for free. 60-hour weeks on top of my retail job. I could save them $200,000. But I didn't have a suit. I wore my dead father's sport coat, 2 sizes too big, and Goodwill pants. The owner, Richard Chin, looked at me like I was a child. You think you can save my company $200,000? No, sir. My voice shook. I know I can save you $287,000. I already did the work. I slid 47 pages across his desk. He didn't touch it. Why would you do this for free? I thought about Sarah. About her laugh. About too weak. Because I'm not trying to win a transaction. I'm trying to earn trust. He read for 20 minutes. I sweated through my dead father's jacket. Finally, when can you start? $15,000 implementation fee, $2,000 monthly retainer. I started crying. Right there. In his office. Go get yourself a proper suit, son. You're representing my company now. I called my mom from the parking lot. She cried too. I didn't call Sarah. But I thought about her. Year 1, that first client referred me to 3 more. Year 2, I hired Patricia, a single mom, unemployed for 8 months because of a resume gap. Everyone called her a risky hire. Sarah would have called her dead weight. Patricia built our entire project management system. From scratch. In Excel. She's our VP of operations now. Makes $240,000. Year 4, Sarah got promoted to VP at her bank. Posted on LinkedIn, hard work pays off. No handouts. No shortcuts. Just results. Briefcase. I just signed our 15th client. I almost commented congrats. I didn't. Year 5, 60 employees. Year 6, first Fortune 500 client. $2.3 million contract. The exact type of company Sarah said would never hire me. Year 7, 180 employees. $47 million revenue. Forbes interview. 3rd largest sustainability consulting firm in the Pacific Northwest. I checked Sarah's LinkedIn sometimes. VP. Fancy dinners. Dubai. Singapore. Awards. She looked successful. Her eyes looked dead. Year 8. March 14th. Job application. Senior analyst position. Sarah Chen. My hand shook so hard I spilled my coffee. I opened the attachment. Harvard MBA. VP at major investment bank. Impeccable credentials. But there was a gap. 6 months. Unexplained. Her cover letter, buried in corporate speak, said, "I want to do work that actually matters." My HR director knocked. "This Sarah Chin, different industry, high flight risk. Want me to pass?" I stared at her name for 30 seconds. "No. Bring her in for an interview." "When?" "Friday, 2 p.m. "Who should conduct it?" I looked up. "Me. Friday, 2:03 p.m. She walked in. She didn't recognize me at first. I'd gained 40 pounds of muscle, grew a beard, got LASIK. I'd transformed from scared kid to CEO. "Miss Chin, please sit down." She froze mid-step. Her face cycled through confusion, recognition, horror, then complete devastation. "Marcus?" Barely a whisper. "Hello, Sarah." She sat like her legs had given out. The interview was clinical. Cold. Professional. "Why do you want to work here?" She gave her prepared answer about passion for sustainability. "The truth, Sarah." She stopped. Swallowed. "I'm tired. I'm so tired of optimizing profit. Margins for companies that destroy communities. I'm tired of 90-hour weeks for bonuses that don't make me happy. I want to remember what it feels like to be proud of my work." Interesting. Because 8 years ago, you told me caring about people meant I was too weak to succeed. You said I'd be in my mom's basement by Christmas. Do you remember? A tear rolled down her cheek. Yes. Do you remember the LinkedIn post about cutting dead weight? Another tear. Yes. Do you remember telling Morgan at her Christmas party that watching me fail would be educational for everyone? Her eyes went wide. How did you? Morgan told me. 2 years later. After I hired her. She's our director of client relations now. Makes $180,000. She's in the building right now, actually. Sarah put her face in her hands. I became a monster. No, I said, emotion finally cracking through. You became what you thought you needed to be. You optimized for a game that doesn't have winners. Just survivors. She looked up, mascara destroyed. If you could go back to that apartment, I said quietly, what would you tell the person I was then? She broke. Completely. Sobbing so hard she couldn't breathe. I would tell you that your kindness wasn't weakness. That your compassion would build something 1,000 times stronger than anything I could create. I would tell you that I was projecting my own terror onto you, terror that being good wasn't enough. And I would tell you, her voice shattered, that I was wrong about everything that actually matters. Silence except for her crying. I pulled out a tissue box. She just held it, shaking. You start Monday. Her head snapped up. What? You start Monday. 8 a.m. As a junior consultant. $65,000. You'll work under Patricia, the risky hire single mom. She's VP now. She'll be your supervisor. You'll learn how we build people up instead of stepping on them. Marcus, I don't deserve. You're right. You don't. Nobody deserves a second chance. But I believe in giving them anyway. You called that weakness. I call it the only thing that actually matters. Why? She whispered. After everything? Because someone gave me a chance when I had $0 in my account. And he taught me that the most powerful thing you can do is give someone a chance to become who they should have been. I opened my drawer. Pulled out that old cracked coffee cup from 8 years ago. You can have this. Not as a reminder of what you said, but as a reminder that broken things can still hold something valuable. Sarah picked it up with trembling hands like it was made of diamonds. I'll prove to you. Don't prove anything to me. Prove it to yourself. Prove it's not too late to rebuild. And Sarah, she looked up through tears. Thank you. For what? For making me angry enough to never quit. You broke me 8 years ago. But you also forged me. We both sat there crying. Her in shame and gratitude. Me in exhausted relief. Monday, 8 a.m. Don't be late. 6 months passed. Sarah worked under Patricia. Unlearning 8 years of ruthlessness. Learning to collaborate instead of compete. She was good. Really good. Last week she gave a major client presentation, crushed it, and afterward Patricia pulled her aside. You know what Marcus said when you applied? He said, everyone deserves a chance to become who they should have been. I didn't understand then. Now I do. Sarah told me this yesterday over coffee. I get it now, she said. Why you kept that cup? Why you gave it to me? It's not about the crack. It's about what you put in it after. She showed me her phone. Her LinkedIn. She deleted every post from her banking days. New bio, learning to build instead of break. I'm proud of you, I said. She smiled, the kind that reaches your eyes. I'm actually getting there. Then she said something that destroyed me. Last week, a junior analyst made a mistake that cost us a client meeting. The old me would have reported him, maybe gotten him fired. What did you do? I stayed until 2 a.m. helping him fix it. We saved the client. And when he thanked me, I told him, someone once gave me a second chance when I didn't deserve it. Just pass it forward. That's when I knew. She hadn't just changed jobs. She'd changed who she was. I threw away my copy of that cracked cup last month. I don't need it anymore. Because I finally understood something. Sarah was never my villain. She was just another broken person trying to survive in a world that taught us the wrong definition of strength. And sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is give someone a chance to prove they can be more than their worst moment. Patricia was promoted to CO last week. Sarah cried at the announcement. Not because she wanted it, but because she was genuinely happy for someone else's success. That's how I knew she'd made it. Not to the top, but back to herself. Oh, and that risky hire, Patricia? She pulled me aside after her promotion. You know what the difference is between you and most CEOs? What? You remembered what it felt like to have $127 in your account. Most people get successful and forget. You never did. She was right. I never forgot. And I never will. The coffee cup sits on Sarah's desk. Still cracked. Still holding something valuable. Just like her.